Welcome back, Shauna. Reset your brilliant diamond, shining pearl, specifically brilliant diamond, so you can shiny hunt some starter, eh? Which one you going for? Chimchar? Solid. Chimchar's gotta be like the best starter for those games anyways. Who doesn't love a good old fire monkey? We are ripping the band-aid off and taking away the binky from the baby. I guess he's 2 almost, so more like a toddler than anything, but we're pulling the band-aid off, saying no more binky. He stayed the night at his grandma's last night and went to sleep without a binky just fine, so we're like, you know what? If you don't need it there, you don't need it here. We're done. He's not happy about it. Monferno is your favorite? I think I agree. It's not a weak one, but it's also not whatever Infernape is. Infernape does get kind of weird looking a little bit. I like it still. It's a good one. We need a grass monkey starter. Again. Because, like, Grookey's alright. Like, we need one that's, like, awesome. No, really, though, Grookey's cool. I just don't like Rillaboom. That's my big thing. Grookey is everything we could have asked for in a monkey starter. Not a fan of the final Evos. I've heard of that, Shauna. I've heard of that. We may have to see about that if he isn't taken too kindly to it. The oldest, we just plain took it away and said no more, absolutely not, because he kept trying to shove it down his throat. But you know, this one's a little bit more. He's had it longer. I think the oldest. I feel like we got rid of the oldest's binky at like a year, but my wife says it was closer to 2, and so I'm like, I'm certain we got rid of it by 18 months just because he was trying to put it in his throat. How can you make Pokemon fun again? I don't know. What's not fun about it right now? What's not fun about Pokemon? What games have you been playing? This is important info. All part of the puzzle. Well, apparently I bought an Abra. I wish I could edit the coin box to make it like hold more coins. You played Pokemon 2 competitively, it's draining you? That makes sense. I think the only answer to the question of how you can make Pokemon fun again is to do a playthrough of Pokemon Sapphire or Pokemon Heart Gold. It's the only remedy. Maybe even a playthrough of Pokemon Coliseum. Because those two are like, well, 3 are like the funnest Pokemon games there are, and the easiest to get lost in the world of. Black and White's a little bit too serious. I think. Don't get me wrong, I love it for exactly that reason. But I think Heart Gold is a great world to get lost in. And so is Pokemon Sapphire. How can Doug Trio, yeah. That would be Do Trio. And it flies by running so fast it takes off. It uses its tail feathers. Hey, Phantasma. I think that would be the baby asking for the binky. Ditto, how does Ditto make himself the most attractive Pokemon? Transform. Hey, Shauna, have a good night. Alright, I'm gonna go deal with that screaming toddler here for a second. I will be right back. Oh, I knew I was gonna do that. All right, we are officially on regular stream time. This is when we regularly would have started. Hey, Chupa, gifting some sunshine for 200 jewels. Thank you so much, Chupa. How you doing? Caleb Lacey, what's my favorite shiny team? Ooh. Okay, if we're doing like a team of all shinies, we're gonna go with Agislash right off the bat. Gotta get an honorary Ray in there. I would say we would need to have the Deoxys. I wouldn't normally do it, but I am quite fond of Regirock's shiny. So we'll add Regirock as a fourth. Scolipede as a fifth. Gotta rep some poison in there somewhere. And I would dare say Toxapex as a sixth member. Get some water coverage in there. Glad to hear you're doing well, Chupa. But if we're talking about like favorite shiny team that I could get in this game, I think once I catch a Stratini, I would swap out Diglett and go with Nidoking, and I would say that that would be my ideal shiny team for this game. I mean, most of this run, I have been able to like pinpoint the Pokemon I'm looking for. Fearow did happen to be because I missed the Nidoking. But in this game, I would say that I would maybe swap out my Venusaur for a Charizard as far as favorite shinies go. But I'm not upset with any one of the shinies that I got so far. They're a good bunch. high five for another 100 jewels. Thanks, Chupa. Oh, and a gold coin. That's gotta be the shiny luck right there. That's the shiny luck at the top. Got a 4-leaf clover. 2 of them. Thank you, Chupa. Gonna send the rest of these jewels you have. You don't watch other people's live and they were given to you, so you're gonna pass them on? Well, we'll accept them, Chupa. Thank you so much. I think they equate to some sort of money on YouTube, and I believe Google was giving them out to people to start like showing that they're a thing or something, but I'm not quite sure the conversion rate right off. I want to say each one's like a penny, but I could be mistaken on that one. I think they're YouTube's version of bits from Twitch. Nathan, welcome. I evidently have your favorite shiny Pokemon as shiny. Yes. Venusaur's pretty legit in this game. In any game, really, but like specifically this game. Like, if we were to put him in, like, say, Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire, he would be significantly less legit, but still fairly legit. I would choose Venusaur over most of the grass starters, is what I'm saying. Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's a pretty solid team so far. I think we're gonna go for Lapras next. It's either that or a Nido Ran of some kind. Like, it depends on how long this takes, honestly. Um, I kind of want to hunt the Lapras just because people have asked for it, but like I want a little bit more of a randomness to it because almost all of my Pokemon were isolation hunts. In fact, Fearow is my only wild card so far. And I kind of want a second shot at a Nidoran. So I'm debating on going back to Route 3 and hunting for a Nidoran before going on up to the league. And then just being like, I don't get to encounter the league until I find the Nidoran. I was going to do it in Safari Zone, but I will encounter way too much variety to narrow that down with the addition of them potentially running away. Not my biggest fan. And mainly the variety is Paris and Parasect that I really can't with. Like if I got stuck with a Pidgey, I'd be like, okay, that sucks, but I'll survive. Paris is like, what do I even do with this thing? This might be random, but a combustion fried chicken leg would be fire. Oh, it would be great. Yeah, like, and I wonder if those are consumed in the Pokemon world, because if you think about it, like a combustion chicken leg, that thing does roundhouse kicks, and it's got pretty beefy legs. Like that would be a fire drumstick. Like, I agree. Huge, muscly, meaty. There would be a lot of substance there. It would be like a genuine turkey leg right there. In Pokemon Go, you thought Master League would be hard until you won with only the shiny Deino line? Nice. Just hunt those today, did ya? Oh, I should evolve my shiny Deionos so that they can get their special moves. Maybe it's too late for that. I don't know. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Bum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, ba-dum 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 bum, ba-dum bum. You chose a peak name for them? Pickle? Pickle and pickle. I dig it. Zvelios. Dino. Hydreigon. Those are some cool Pokemon. Ba-dum. Ba-dum bum. Also found a full odds shiny Squovid about an hour before Community Day started. Heck yeah, man. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't put much stock in Pokemon Go shinies, but I will try to get on for Community Day and hunt them anyways. Because, like, why not? But, like, when I see them at home, if they have a Pokemon Go tag on them, like, my goal is usually to get them swapped out with a real shiny as soon as possible. Not shiny shaming by any means, but I would prefer my shinies not to have the Go symbol. just about entered stream halftime. I say that lightly, but I don't mean it literally. Usually, this song comes on about halfway through the stream, though. Oh, it is going to be absolutely wonderful when this Dratini shines pink. SBK, welcome back. What do the initials in your name stand for, SBK? Thank you. I hope I get it soon too. The faster I complete this run, the faster Starkiller can get their shiny Bulbasaur in the lab. You're going to try to shiny hunt some Pokemon in Champions? Best of luck to you, Nathan. Best of luck. I know it's possible. I haven't tried it myself, but good luck. Uh-oh. My toddler's up at bed. That's no bueno. One moment while I go deal with that. And we're back. Villain versus Lucario. You lost because of Focus Sash. Let me guess. Villain had the Focus Sash. You outspared with Flare Blitz, but Lucario survived and KO'd with close combat? Gotcha. Does Lucario get the Sturdy ability? It's just the upstairs neighbors. Go to sleep. I am so sorry. My mic was off, apparently. Hi, Maiko, still welcome. I had to get up to go and handle a unruly toddler, so mic was off. Welcome. The only rules I have are the shiny before each badge. And loosely try not to overlevel your team. I think I kind of did that for this upcoming one, but it's okay. My next gym leader up is Sabrina instead of Blaine. Just because I did things a little out of order. But I caught Gengar specifically for Sabrina. So this Dratini is just going to be vibing. This Dratini will purely be for Lance. Even though Lance will be super effective against me. Dragonite helps immensely. I'm thinking about my next Pokemon being Lapras, but it could go Nidoking. It's still up in the air. I wonder if they fixed this yet. No, it's still trying to... Still trying to mess with something over there for some reason. For some reason, my sub counter is misbehaving on vertical. I don't know what that's all about, but... Yeah, I don't know why. It just won't let me edit that anymore on the vertical. Probably something out of kilter. Trick Room Mega Scoville and his fire. Glad to hear it. Oh, Nidoking is hands down one of the best shinies in Gen 1. Really one of the best shinies ever. Gyarados lowered your speed in Trick Room. So polite. Is Mega Scovillain pretty slow? Base speed. That's not bad. About a week ago, you had a really good idea for a Pokemon Champions double team. Spent about a week making some Google Slides on your laptop. Well, does the team work? Are you testing it out? Is it slaying? Hey, welcome back, Star Killer. You haven't tried it yet? You're still trying to get all the Pokemon you need for it shiny? Ah, gotcha. I'll have you know, Star Killer, my encounter debt is now down to 20. So far you have Gengar and Komodo. Oh no, it's definitely down to 20. I started off the day with like a debt of 240. And through bonus stream time, I've gotten it down to 20. Teach me to double it and give it to the next stream. You need Incineroar and Amoonguss. Sounds like an interesting start to a strategy right there. How was work today, Star Killer? You feeling any better? Didn't work today because you feel still like you're dying? You had to call a sister to come get your kid? Oh yeah, that does sound bad. That sounds no bueno at all. You're gonna go doom scroll on YouTube Shorts? Well, hey, if we see you around again, we see you around. Say hi to Brasscoin for me. Figure if you're still feeling like that Monday you go to the hospital or something, hopefully they can help fix it or something. You knew something like this was coming since you had a good long streak of not being sick. Isn't that funny how that works? It can't be too lucky. For real though. Okay, I'll be right back. My kid won't go to sleep. Last time he gets some dessert after dinner. Just like when you go a little while with no car issues, then something goes out randomly. Yep, that tends to happen. Okay, that was weird. My computer's struggle busting a little bit today. You're watching the show called The Boys, and it feels like a propaganda show. Isn't that like the spoof of the Avengers, more or less? Something like that. And you saw Sam and Dean from Supernatural were in it. And now you're regretting watching it because it seems like an overly gross adult show with real life politics. Ah, gotcha. Well, that seems less enjoyable. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous when you can't even watch a show without having some sort of agenda forced in your face. It's like, it's supposed to be entertainment, not education. If you want to call it, whichever way. Whether it's deemed as education or deemed as, you know, something else or whatever. If it's not entertainment, it shouldn't be in there. Because that's what the news is for. Or at least what it was supposed to be for is the education. And give you the facts and let you decide. I wish we could go back to news reporting like that. Here's the facts. Here's what happened. There's no bias one way or the other. It's just this thing happened at this time. This is what was said. You draw your conclusions. Would be nice. news hasn't been good since you were in high school. I feel that. Honestly, like, I feel like the last time the news wasn't really divisive was during 9/11. Like, maybe I was just too young to see it back then, but it felt like, you know, hey, everybody universally agrees that this is a pretty crappy thing to have happen right now, you know? Oh yeah, it did unite. It was a uniting factor, and I think there's a lot of history and evidence in history to support why that is the case, but it's it's interesting, you know? Catastrophic events like that have a way of turning like us and them into like us and them, you know? They are a uniting factor. And that was an event that turned our gaze outward to the world instead of inward. But in other ways, it turned our eyes inward, like, hey, we got to make things work right now. Whatever the issues may be, we got to make it work. That, and there was a lot of like massive hurricane damage. So like shortly after 9/11, it was like Hurricane Katrina and stuff like that, I feel like. So, well, maybe not shortly. It was like 4 years later. I remember in 2006, 2008, we got slapped back to back with like hurricane after hurricane. And there was a lot of like service going on and a lot of helping rebuild and things like that. And I feel like barring the natural disasters, we need a little bit more of that overall. There's a little bit more service. Um, Being in the service of our fellow citizens, I think is like the greatest way to mend the division and close the rift, if you will. Hey, Mike, welcome, welcome. No, we don't want more hurricanes. We want the service opportunities to bring everybody together. Maybe without the natural disaster would be nice. How you doing tonight, Mike? You remember watching them rescue people from roofs after the hurricane? Oh yeah, that was something. Like sending a person down a rope ladder from a helicopter to grab somebody, pull them back up. Yeah, that was wild. Okay, apparently we got a random Abra encounter in here. I kind of feel like listening to Fall Out Boy right now. I need more dreams in this life. Hey, error. Did you intentionally ghost them, or did you ghost them on purpose? And yes, I realize I asked that the same way twice, just differently. I don't understand your question there, error. I mean, you said you ghosted them and asked if there's anything you could do. And then asked if there's any other way. I don't follow. How did you ghost them? Blocked number, okay. And why is this a problem? That sounds intentional. I mean, the thing about ghosting somebody is that the situation's like entirely in your hands. So either you ghost them on purpose and you move on, or you ghosted them on accident and you fix it. It's fairly simple. I'm not seeing where the problem's at, because the ball's in your court. Unless you meant to say that she ghosted you, then that's a little bit more your problem, but no shiny yet, Nathan. I ghost Star Killer almost every night. Yeah, this is true. I just vanish and disappear. You wonder why Conkeldurr isn't a rock type? Maybe because the rocks aren't actually part of his body? Exactly. It's throwing rocks and swinging rocks, kind of. I mean, it's concrete, so it's a little bit harder than some rock. I mean, it's the same reason why Girder isn't steel type. The steel is an extension, not part of its body. And Timber's not grass type, although that would be a cool dynamic. Fighting grass, fighting steel, fighting rock. Because Tinka Ton eats steel. Doesn't it? Because, like, I know its hammer is made out of Corviknight parts, but, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it also eats it. It's also a fairy, so it does what it wants. Sableye eats gems, but is Ghost dark? Wait, no, it's not. It's just Ghost, isn't it? What up, Colossus? It is Ghost Dark? Oh, for some reason I thought Spiritomb was the first of that. No weakness nonsense. Doing well, how are you? I would almost bet the movie to not be great. I mean, I guess I have Disney Plus. I could probably watch it. The other stream keeps breaking. Is that the brass coin one? I thought they were natively released on Disney Plus first. Your personal channel keeps breaking. It's interesting. I am getting an encoding overload. Like, I think there's something going wrong with my Streamlabs right now. This movie will be released in cinemas first? Oh. Wild. That's new for Disney. Did they finally abandon their Disney Plus platform? No, they wanted to make a movie, which you think was a bad call. Oh, I understand that they wanted to make a movie, but like most Disney movies come out on Disney Plus first these days. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen one not come out on Disney Plus first. Because usually they try to incentivize you to have Disney Plus by making the movie available there first. I haven't even seen any of The Mandalorian to begin with. Because Dragon Knight is like an HP tank, I swear. I feel like that's kind of how Loki was. Truth be told, I don't even remember if there was a second season of Loki. Episode 1 to 6 and Rogue One. I mean, didn't Disney come out and say like 7, 8, and 9 don't exist in the canon now? Because they were so terrible and ill received. Pretty sure they said something about going back and retconning it. Nightbot hates Star Wars. Nightbot hates Disney Star Wars. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't believe I ever played The Force Unleashed 2. I know for sure I've played and loved The Force Unleashed, but I think I got peeved that we technically die at the end of The Force Unleashed, and we're just one of many clones in The Force Unleashed 2, and I was like, man. But like for some reason we get memory flashbacks. I do off and on, Colossus. It's more like I buy them, but I don't go out of my way to buy slabs or anything. Have a good one, Nathan. Hey, Dino. Welcome. You're probably going to sell most of your cards because you don't see the hobby ever recovering. That actually makes a lot of sense. Wow. I doubt that'll ever happen, Colossus, because honestly, scalping is only allowable because of the fair market. Scalping is exclusively a Pokemon Company problem. It's shoes, concert tickets. Yeah. What I mean is the Pokemon scalping is a Pokemon problem. The reason I say that is Pokemon knows they'll sell their cards. They know they'll sell their cards. If they want to stop scalping, all they have to do is flood the market with Pokemon cards. Scalpers can't possibly buy all of them. If they up production, they will outpace scalpers. It's not that they can't, Colossus, it's that they won't. They don't want to risk putting the scalpers out of business because they're guaranteeing their card sell. I think that they don't want to up production because they might be stuck with not being able to sell everything that they print. So they're better and they're more comfortable with saying, okay, yeah, we'll just sell to the scalpers. They'll guarantee the sale. And then once the scalpers are done doing their thing, if Pokemon fans just say, okay, you've officially priced me out of this hobby, Pokemon's going to be in some hurt for the card sales. Oh, I didn't Star Killer. Lego's Pokemon stuff does not go out of stock because they've outpriced the scalpers on it in a large part, I think. Because those Pokemon Legos are not for kids. Those Pokemon Legos are for adults. They are adult priced. Like, those are expensive sets of Legos. Because I was able to buy some of them. And they are expensive. If the scalpers bought them, they're taking a huge risk because Lego understands how to produce things. Lego is pumping up the sales. Like, I got the Hyrule, the Deku Tree thing a few years back because I thought for sure people were going to scalp them. Nobody wants to risk paying $300, $600 for a Lego set and not being able to flip it reasonably and sell it on eBay, because the more you have to sell something for, the more eBay takes, and then you aren't making as much money. So it's easier for scalpers to buy $80 of Pokemon cards and try to sell it for $160 than it is $600 for a Pokemon Lego set and try to sell it for 1.2K. It is more of like a cash flow, strategic cash flow, if that makes sense. There's tons of people that just don't want to work, so scalping anything and everything is becoming popular. Yeah. Buy and sell and trade. But the thing is, eventually they will outprice their market. Eventually people will get tired of paying exorbitant prices for things that they could get for a fourth of the cost, and the scalpers will be left with a bunch of inventory that they can't push, or they start losing money. It just takes the community saying enough's enough and to stop it. And Pokemon's going to let their brand go out of business because people are going to get used to not being able to find anything, and they're going to stop buying it. Have you noticed that they can't scalp the games? Because there's an infinite number of them. Like, yeah, maybe the cartridges, but people will just buy them digitally. Nobody's trying to scalp the games. Hey, DuckTales, welcome. It started in 2020 when everybody was bored out of their mind and got government stimulus, and so they decided to use it to start their own business ventures, scalping Pokemon cards because they had nothing better to do. Because Nintendo is very interested in keeping those games flowing, because they don't make money when people resell the games. So they want as many people to buy the games new as possible. Oh, that's not scalping. At the point where it becomes retro, it's not scalping. That would be a collector's item at that point. And the going price is what somebody's willing to pay for a collector's item. Like the cartridges for Pokemon Emerald. That is out of print. That is a dwindling asset. Like, that is sold for as much as somebody's willing to pay for it. That's completely different than scalping. Scalping is buying something that's currently being produced in a manner that prevents average consumers from obtaining it, and then charging a marked up price for it. That's only when the cards are graded, Colossus. Pokemon's making money on the initial sale of the pack. So, like, if you were to go to Walmart and buy some Pokemon cards, Walmart hasn't paid Pokemon any money, or the distributor any money, to have those cards in their store. The Pokemon cards are what you would typically refer to as a pay per scan. At least with Walmart and Target, in maybe like your CVS and Walgreens type places, maybe Best Buy as well, and you know, actual like video game places in GameStop. They're usually pay per scan, which means the store can have that inventory there and not be charged for it until it rings up at the register, at which point then they pay out to the vendor. And that protects Walmart from theft, because if the Pokemon cards are getting stolen, then it's not coming out of Walmart's pocketbook, it's coming out of the vendors. And then Pokemon Company makes money when the vendors buy the cards. Goodbye, Dino. But like your actual card stores, those are ones that are going to buy the card inventory directly from the vendor, and they're going to pay up front for them and sell them for what they want. And that's why when you buy at a card store at like $12 per pack, you could get it at Walmart for the $4.95 that it typically should be per pack, because Walmart's selling directly for the vendor, whereas the vendor's already sold it to the card store, and the card store's turning a profit. The more you know. Got yourself a Bubble Mew Tails. That's pretty dope. All right. We got one more encounter, and we are officially in overtime mode. You wish you had a Bubble Mew? I wish you had a Bubble Mew too. Bubble Mew also. if I can still pull together $5,000, I'm getting a storage unit and or not a storage unit, a storage container and putting a card shop in it. Like, I still need to get that down together. Maybe that's what I should do. Instead of saying a new PC fund is the goal, maybe I should just, through super chats and stuff, accumulate funds to buy a storage container to turn into a card shop, so that I can get with vendors and get cards sent in to sell to everybody at reasonable prices. Maybe like marked up by $1 to make it worth my time. I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't be able to tell you. What says you, Starkiller? Should I turn my new PC fund into opening up a reasonably priced card shop? Brass coin cards. Oh, it's not a Pokemon thing. It's you got to go to vendors. Distributors, sorry, is what they're called. You can open up a card shop and then partner with various distributors of Pokemon cards. Problem is I don't have a physical address to tie it to right now. They want you to send a screenshot of your card shop, like a picture of your card shop on the application to work with them, and I don't have a location with which that would qualify. So I want to get the storage unit so I can put it on some property and be like, okay, I have a location, a storefront now, with a register and a point of sale. Or maybe I should be really cool and do a school bus, so like it can be a mobile card shop. That's what you call a magic school bus? That would be dope. Sell magic cards and call it the magic school bus. What you want about Colossus? Got some undamaged Pokemon Go trainer cards. I think the greatest thing they ever did was the 20th anniversary set. That was dope. I gotcha. Yeah, that's good sets. I've actually gotten through a decent amount of encounters today. I'm digging it. That's what happens when you have stream time, huh? Like, I feel like I started somewhere around 880 or something. Generations was a good set. Alone at the edge of the universe, humming a tune. Vibes. Because my wife walked by. It's late and she works early tomorrow. So she turned off her show and was coming in here. Because I'm streaming in the closet, you know, in the bedroom. And I was asking if she was going to bed or bath, and then realized what I said, and then I had to finish it and say, or beyond. That's why. That was pure happiness with that smile. Yeah, it's because I was making a stupid dad joke or pun. It was great. Thanks, Colossus. True that, Tails. no idea, Colossus. I wouldn't even know how you would request them to do so. For you, it's one of your friends. You just enjoy her company. That's what's up. It's a good start to a relationship right there. Well, that's always good to have non-family that care about you like that. Sorry, allergies are going crazy right now, and I'm trying not to like rub my eye, but like lightly like nudge the itch away. Because if I rub my eyes, it is game over. Hey, Shauna. Yeah, no luck so far. We're still trucking. Brass pays for everything when he takes Starkiller out on dates. I have. It is a long-standing tradition. Yes. They're called mandates, Colossus. My cat thinks it's dinner time. Oh, I'm totally looking for a Dratini now. Tails? You had a teacher named Mr. Martini? That's actually pretty dope. Please tell me he wore a three-piece suit to work every day. Liven the stream up a bit. We try. He was Italian, but he didn't wear a three-piece. Did he dress like a mob boss? Because that would have been even cooler, honestly. Then again, I guess mob bosses kind of tended to wear three pieces anyways, but you know, whatever. Thank you for your support. Did that get turned off somehow? Why is it not reading? You think some of his dad's family was? Nice. How you doing tonight, Hayden? Interesting, my text-to-speech is enabled on Super Chats. Interesting. I mean, that means we have to find a shiny, like, right now, right? Guess that means the goal was met on the Sludge Bomb trainer stream. That's pretty sweet. Thanks again, Hayden. Oh, right on, right on. Doing a little bit of collaboration work. How did your whole voice acting thing go? That was you, right? I feel like that was you. Does the character not scream like that or something, or were you just not able to hit the pitch and stuff on that screaming part? I gotcha. All right, we got 2 more minutes left on the stream. We went in a little into overtime today. Alright, and the last two encounters of the stream are not shiny. And more not shiny. Which means we will have a continuation of the Tritini hunt at some point tomorrow. But we'll catch you guys later. Good night, Starkiller.